Mr. Mullin.
Thank you, Chairman, and thank you all for being here. Mr. Tell, I want to talk to you about the Port of Katusa. It's a 445-mile channel that runs from essentially the Mississippi all the way up to the Port of Katusa, which is the largest inland water port west of the Mississippi and on the Gulf of America. It also provides roughly 50% of all agricultural products that flow in and out of the Midwest. It goes up to the Port of Katusa, which is just outside of Tulsa, and from there it gets on rails and trucks and gets trucked the rest of the way up. It was opened in 1971, and since roughly the 90s, we have talked about increasing the depth because of the amount of traffic that's on it. Right now, it's dredged at 9 feet in depth. And it also has a critical backlog, which means that any of the levees could shut down at any given time, of increasing almost $1 billion critical backlog needs. The Port of Katusa, for some reason, continues to be treated like, this is not politically correct, but whatever, the redheaded stepchild. And other projects in the Ohio or the Mississippi or other areas of waterways seem to get the most attention. However, the Midwest feeds the United States and many parts around the world. And yet we're in a critical situation here where we need to increase the depth of the channel from 9 feet to 12 feet. The study has been going on literally since the 90s. An additional study started again in 2005 and expired in roughly 2014. We could see a 40% increase in cargo influx into the port and out of the port for every foot we increase it. 40% increase of cargo, which would be drastically an improvement to what we deal with today. Not to mention the timing and the cost to get ag products in and out of the Midwest, because as we hit the Mississippi, we actually change out of one barge to another barge that actually is obviously deeper and bigger for us to be able to navigate through the channel with. My concern is that since the Corps has continued to overlook this, I'm looking for a commitment for you that you will actually take a hard look at this and understand that literally the heartbeat of America, which is our ag products, is in dire straits of being able to get products in and out. And if this navigation channel goes down, the cost is going to bring to all Americans' tables because it will increase in cargo. So would you commit to helping us with this channel?
Senator Mullin, absolutely, I will. This is emblematic. The situation you've described, providing access for Oklahoma's farmers and ranchers to the rest of the world through our waterways, is emblematic of the Corps' mission, which was originally to use our waterways for the benefit of the American public. Your state's so critical in getting the products from your state to the world, and the opposite of that, getting the world's products to you, is critically important. I understand that this issue has been going on for a long time. It affects the state of Arkansas as well. And certainly as vessel traffic changes, the types of traffic change based on commercial patterns across the globe, we need to make sure that our infrastructure is up to date to meet it. And I look forward to doing everything we can to take a very hard look at this critical asset and make sure that we modernize it to the degree that we can. And I would also, as you described when we were in your office, the critical role that it plays in flood protection in that area as well. And the dredge material often can have a beneficial use in terms of building flood control infrastructure, levees, and otherwise. So I look forward to working with you on that, and I commit to do my very best.
Thank you. And I look forward to hosting you when we can get you there.
Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Anderson, real quick, as you know, the Air National Guard performs roughly 30% of the military space operations, staffed by highly skilled professional personnel distributed all across the country. As a directive issue that the President expressed his intent to create a special or a Space National Guard, I would ask your commitment to see this through. There's a lot of concerns in the National Guard about these individuals that are highly skilled that want to be in the Guard being transferred out and forced to either reserve or full-time units, which obviously, as you can see, that would be a major brain drain within the Space Force because these guys aren't going to give up their careers and simply move someplace else. They're in the National Guard because they want to be.
Senator, the state of play at the present time, as I understand it from the media, is that a determination has been made to transfer basic space functions that are performed in the National Guard to the Space Force. And so that is the policy that exists now. When I find myself inside, should I be confirmed, I would like to address this. However, I will commit to following the existing law as defined in a number of areas and in direction from the President and the Secretary of Defense.
The President expressed an intent to create a Space National Guard, so just to put that out, that was his intent. Thank you, sir.